Amid heightened economic uncertainty, Americans overall are saving less. Personal savings fell to 3.6% in February, the lowest level in more than a year. A new Bankrate survey finds 49% of adults have less savings or no savings compared to just a year ago. Joining us now to discuss why savings accounts are falling amid record spending, we have Chief Financial Analyst with Bankrate, Greg McBride. Greg, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is important. People need to really focus their finances and put this into a place where they feel comfortable, especially if an emergency comes up. But what do you think is behind the record-breaking fall in personal savings?
The culprit continues to be inflation. It's really stretched household budgets. And so what we're seeing now with the savings rate is really a culmination of what we've seen over the past few years, whereas those excess savings balances have been run down, credit card balances and other debts have been run up, as people use that as a bridge to kind of bridge the gap where the income stops and the expenses keep going. And even though incomes are growing faster than expenses now, they haven't quite caught up to where they were pre-pandemic. So households don't have that same level of buying power that they did 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to find people that want to change their lifestyle either, Greg. You know, you see it a lot. People are working with maybe just a tighter household budget or more credit card debt. What is your advice that you could offer them to save a little bit more?
Successful saving is all about the habit. The best way to make that happen is to set up a direct deposit from your paycheck into a dedicated savings account. If you're in business for yourself, you don't get a regular paycheck. You can set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account. The key there is you want to have it automated so that it happens first without you having to take action or think about it. The other thing that does is it forces you to then live on less than you make. The problem that a lot of households are having now is that they're kind of hemmed in by high household expenses that have really increased over the last few years. And so that's crimped their ability to save. And so setting up that direct deposit and sort of tricking yourself into saving that way and then living on less than you have remaining, that's really the key. But if you're already running up credit card debt, you don't want to be digging that hole deeper at a time when credit card rates are at a record high.
No, it can really pile up quickly. A lot of people want to build up their savings. They're also trying to pay off debt too. So should people prioritize one over the other?
It's not an either or. You can and should focus on both of those at the same time. And the way you would do that is, do the savings first, automate that with that direct deposit or that automatic transfer into a savings account. And then with what's left over, then you can really channel those efforts toward debt repayment. And even if that means capitalizing on the strong labor market, maybe taking a second job, doing some contract or freelance work on the side to raise additional income that you can funnel directly towards that credit card debt. Those are efforts that go a long way at a time when credit card rates are so high.
A lot of people remember the recession, and there are some fears of a recession, but, not lately. How should Americans prepare for any possible economic downturns, though? Let's say something's coming that we don't see happening, kind of how it surprised us at the end of 2008.
Yeah, that's always a possibility. That's the possibility we have to prepare for. Nothing helps you sleep better at night than knowing you have some money tucked away for a rainy day. And that's really that important of building that emergency savings cushion. Even if it starts small, the habit of regular saving at each and every paycheck, a little bit at a time, it builds in the background. And so when an unplanned expense comes along and puts a dent in what you've accumulated, you're only one paycheck away from beginning to replenish that.
Yeah, you don't have to make this your New Year's resolution. You can just make it right now and stick to it. Great advice. Thank you so much for joining us, Greg.
Thanks for having me.